Hey everybody, and welcome to State of the Hub for Tuesday, June 9th, 2026. We are excited to bring you the latest updates, announcements, and opportunities from across the PackageHub Business Center network. Now, right away, you may notice that this episode looks a little different than what you're used to. Don't worry, you know the quality of work we produce here at PBC. In fact, I hope you're already taking advantage of the professionally created and animated videos available for download inside your PackageHub 360 portal. But for State of the Hub specifically, we are testing a few new options that may help us get these updates out faster, more consistently, and in a format that keeps everyone informed and moving forward. So let's jump into what we're covering today. We'll start today with PackageHub360.com, including a quick feature highlight. Then we'll give you a brief update on Happy Returns. After that, we have some big news for our veteran store owners. The PBC Knowledge Exams are available right now. We'll also get you up to speed on the Modernize Your Model Training Weekend, and we'll close things out with another look at the PackageHub Way. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. PackageHub360.com is live, active, and already being used by over half of our franchisees. Every store has now been invited, and those invitations were sent to the primary store owner's email address. So, if you are checking your store email and you don't see it, please make sure you check the owner email we have on file. If you still can't find the invitation, or if your link expired, no problem. Just send us an email at support@PackageHub360.com and we'll get you a fresh link right away. Remember, registration is only the first step. The second step, and this one's important, is completing your Stripe payment setup for PackageHub programs. Stripe is a secure and trusted payment system we use for FedEx Easy Returns, Happy Returns, and other PackageHub run programs that receive payments. That means if your Stripe setup is not complete, we don't have a way to send those payments to your store. No manual checks will be issued for these program payments. And with the next payment date coming up fast, now is the time to get that done. Do not wait. Log in, complete your Stripe setup, and make sure your store is ready to receive every dollar you've earned. Along with several other initial features in PackageHub 360, we want to highlight the Alerts and Bulletin Board page. You'll find your alerts in the top right-hand corner of your PackageHub 360 homepage. And if you want to look back at previous announcements, the Bulletin Board can be found under the Communications and Support menu on the left-hand side. Our vision for the PackageHub 360 alert system is for it to become your go-to place for the latest information across the network, including website feature updates, program updates, industry-wide announcements, and even important compliance reminders. That could include anything from out-of-date consolidation to missing required items for your franchise, or other updates that help you keep your store informed, prepared, and on track. So, if you haven't looked yet, take a minute to explore the Alerts and Bulletin Board page. You'll see examples of the updates posted over the last couple of months and get a better idea of how this feature will continue to grow as PackageHub 360 becomes an even more valuable resource for your store. Now here's a quick update on Happy Returns by UPS. We are making great progress, and the customer feedback about PackageHub stores participating in the Return Bar network has been excellent. Happy Returns is now live for both Postalmate and ShipRite Next users, which is a big step forward as we continue building more value and more new customer exposure across the PackageHub network. For those of you using PackageHub 360 and wondering where this fits in, we do have a Happy Returns dashboard currently in development. We expect that dashboard to be available inside PackageHub 360 before the first Happy Returns payments are issued later this summer. And finally, discussions are also progressing around the other major consolidated returns program, and that may be coming sooner than you think. But don't worry, as the song says, you'll be the second one to know. All right, folks, these have been a long time coming, but the PBC Knowledge Exams are now available in the RS Central Training Portal. Now, these exams were created specifically for PackageHub locations that were provisionally approved before online training and certification exams were available. In other words, this is us delivering on the original commitment made to veteran store owners. If you already had the experience and the knowledge, you'd be given an opportunity to test out instead of being required to take a full certification course. So, for those longtime operators who've already joined the franchise, the PBC Knowledge Exams are your opportunity to demonstrate that experience and meet the current training requirement without retaking the full RS Academy course. But it's also important to understand where the network is headed. The intention for every package hub is that every store maintains up-to-date training and certification as part of staying compliant. Our industry continues to change. Our programs continue to expand. Our carrier and e-commerce partners expect a consistent, professional standard across the network. And I want to speak to that personally for just a moment. As a 25-year veteran in this industry, I can tell you that experience matters. It matters a lot. But I can also tell you that experience alone isn't always enough anymore. The industry is changing so quickly that it's a real challenge to simply observe the changes, remember the rules, and apply them correctly every time without formal training, resources, and a reliable place to go and verify details. Carrier rules change, drop-offs change, returns change, compliance changes, technology changes, customer expectations change. Even for those of you who've been doing this for decades, keeping all that straight requires more than memory. It requires ongoing education and current resources. That is why the knowledge exams are available for a limited time. They're a bridge for veteran stores, a fair opportunity to test out based on existing experience. But after this limited window closes, any store that has not passed the required knowledge exam or completed the current RS certification exam will be required to enroll in and pass the current training in order to stay compliant. So if your store is eligible, do not wait. Log into the portal, review the training, the knowledge exams, and take advantage of this opportunity while it's available. This is about honoring the experience of veteran operators while also raising the standard for the entire PackageHub network moving forward. Registration is now open for the Modernize Your Model Training Weekend coming up August 21st through 23rd right here in Texas. We're excited to bring you 10 all-new sessions designed to benefit every level of operator. Whether you're a new owner, a growing operator, or a veteran store looking for the next level, this weekend is built around practical ideas you can take home and put to work. A few of the sessions currently in development include what we call the second sale, or monetizing every transaction, helping you think beyond the first customer request and identify more opportunities at the counter. On the operations side, we're working on a practical and useful guide to designing a store that can run without you, building systems, structure, and expectations that make your business stronger, more consistent, and less dependent on any one person. And of course, the future is already here in technology. We'll have sessions dedicated to artificial intelligence, including how AI can be used for real-time support right at your counter. This is going to be a focused, high-value training weekend with fresh content, practical tools, and big picture ideas to help you modernize your business model. Do not miss it, and do not wait too long. This is a limited space event, and that space is already filling up. Human beings have an inherent desire to fill a void inside of them. We can often fill that void by seeking and finding answers to the big questions in life. One of the most important traits in the PackageHub Way is intellectual curiosity, the willingness to keep learning, keep asking questions, and keep looking for better answers. In our stores, problem solving is part of the job every single day. A customer walks in with an unusual shipment, a new return code, a service issue, or a question we've not heard before. Intellectual curiosity is what turns that moment from a frustration into an opportunity. It means knowing how to locate resources, whether that's training material, support documentation, PackageHub 360, RS Central, vendor contracts, or the experience of other operators in the network. We do not need to know every answer off the top of our head, but we do need to know how to find the right answer and how to find it most efficiently. It also means paying attention to the details. Small differences in packaging, service selection, carrier rules, customer instructions, or program requirements can make a big difference in the outcome. Curious operators slow down enough to notice those details and ask, what am I missing? And over time, that builds self-sufficiency and confidence. The more we learn to research, verify, and solve, the stronger each store becomes, and the stronger the entire PackageHub network becomes. That is the PackageHub way. Stay curious, use your resources, pay attention, and keep growing. All right, that's it for State of the Hub this week. With 1,265 franchisees and growing, the PackageHub Business Center network continues to get stronger, smarter, and more connected every day. Thank you for being part of that momentum. Thank you for continuing to build with us, and we'll see you next time. Strength in numbers, united we thrive.